Hello everyone, I'm Professor Lee and welcome back to Dr. Aging, Longevity and Herbal Medicine TV. Did you know that among more than 50 species of mushrooms studied worldwide for their immune modulating effect, only a few have actually shown clinically proven benefits with strong statistical reliability? Let me tell you about the top 4 mushrooms that stands out from real human clinical studies. 1. Phalaenopsis lentius, also known as Senghuang mushroom. 2. Tremidis versicolor, known as turkey tail mushroom. 3. Ganoderma lucidum, better known as reishi mushrooms. And 4. Schizophyllum commune, the fascinating spiral gene mushroom. What's really interesting is that all 4 of these medicinal mushrooms can be easily found growing naturally, often on mountain slopes and forest hillside. And today, we are going to take a closer look at one of them, the amazing Schizophyllum commune. Now, let's take a closer look at the characteristics of Schizophyllum commune. This mushroom grows from spring to autumn, and it thrives almost anywhere, as long as there's a dead tree nearby. You can easily find it even on low mountain trails. It belongs to the Pleurotiaceae family, the same family as the oyster mushroom, and its cap color ranges from white to light gray. In China, it's actually known as Beisan, meaning white coral fungus. Beyond its immune regulating properties, this mushroom has shown synergistic effect in clinical studies when used together with surgery or chemotherapy in cancer patients, enhancing treatment outcomes and improving recovery. In Korea, we call it skirt mushroom because its wavy, layered shape resembles a fold of a skirt. It's also one of the most widely distributed mushrooms in the world. If you look closely, you'll notice the edge of the cap are split, forming fine vertical slit. That's why its English name is split-gill mushroom. It literally means the mushroom that split easily. From spring through autumn, it grows almost anywhere, as long as there's a dead wood around. It often appears in dense overlapping clusters, tightly packed together on fallen oaks or old branches. You can spot it easily even on low mountain slopes, and sometimes it even grows on wooden pillars or fence around house. It's quite small in size. The cap is only about 1 to 3 centimeters across, shaped like a tiny fan or even like a ginkgo leaf. If you look closely, you'll notice the surface of the cap is covered with fine, dense hairs, giving it a rough fudge texture. The base color is light brown, but because of all those white hairs, the mushroom often appears whitish, grayish, or pale brown overall. The ones with thicker hair look almost white, while those with fewer hairs appear more light brown. On the underside of the cap, the gills can range in colors from white to gray, brown, or even a faint violet hue, and the flesh itself is leathery in texture. During dry winter months, these mushrooms shrink and cling tightly to the wood surface, looking almost lifeless. But once spring and autumn bring back the humidity, they revive and grow again, which means this is a mushroom that can be found and harvested all year round. The key active compound is schizophyllan. It's a beta-glucan polysaccharide known for its strong immune modulating effect. In traditional medicine, this mushroom has long been used to strengthen the immune system, boost physical energy, reduce fatigue, and support respiratory health, particularly for bronchitis and asthma. It's also been used for wound healing and to improve digestion. Now, let's look at modern clinical studies have found about schizophyllin extracted from this mushroom. 1. In a study of 264 patients with stomach cancer and 68 patients with ovarian cancer, those who took schizophyllin together with chemotherapy after surgery showed improved survival rate and lower recurrence rate compared to the chemotherapy alone. 2. In another clinical trial involving 312 patients with advanced cervical cancer, combining schizophyllin with radiation therapy helped speed up recovery from radiation side effects and increase the number and activity of T cells, especially helper T cells, which play a central role in immune defense. 3. In 15 patients with head and neck cancers, schizophyllin also helped restore immune cell function that have been damaged by radiation and chemotherapy. When it comes to its sensory profile, The aroma is earthy and slightly fungal, and the taste is mild, with a chewy, leathery texture. If you're wondering how to take it, you can find various commercial products online, including powders and teas. Because each product varies in its extraction and concentration levels, it's best to start with the manufacturer's recommended dose, and ideally, begin with a small amount first to see how your body will respond. For those who prefer tea preparation, here's a simple method. Take 1 to 2 teaspoons of schizophyllan powder, add about 250 cc of water, and boil it for 10 to 15 minutes. You can drink this tea 2 to 3 times a day. And if you enjoy traditional herbal decoction, here's another way. Since this mushroom can be found throughout the year, collect it, remove any attached wood or debris, wash it well, and sun-dry it for later use. To make a traditional decoction, take 10 to 15 grams of dried Schizophyllum commune, add 1 liter of water, boil it down until it's reduced by half, and drink 2 to 3 times a day like a tonic tea. Right now, I'm standing on a low mountain slope above 400 meters above sea level. It's late autumn, and with the cooler, drier air, the mushrooms have shrunk slightly, still clinging to the wood. Thanks to their dense, white, hairy surface, they are quite visible even from a distance. The texture feels a bit leathery, and if you look underneath, the gills show a pale brown to soft violet tint. Just beside them, a few older ones have already dried up completely. I'm collecting some of these mushrooms today, just enough to make a little herbal tea later. This is the classic look of the spilled gill mushroom. Some of them are a bit damaged, but since these are growing on a deadly mulberry tree, they are believed to have good medicinal properties, definitely worth harvesting. Take a moment to notice again the underside gills. Some have a light violet hue, others are close to brown. When brewed as a tea, the flavor carries a mild earthy aroma, and it's actually quite pleasant to drink. Alright, harvesting's done. After brushing up the debris and cleaning them up, I'll have just enough for a day's worth of tea. A perfect way to enjoy the natural immune-boosting power of this humble forest mushroom. Before we wrap up, let's talk briefly about possible side effects and precautions. 1. If you experience any allergic reaction, stop taking it immediately. If the symptoms are severe, you should visit a doctor right away. People who are allergic to mushrooms in general should be especially careful. 2. Some may experience mild stomach discomfort or nausea. If that happens, stop taking it for 2 to 3 days, then try again with a small amount. Now, a few important precautions. 1. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should avoid using it since there is not enough scientific data yet on its safety. 2. If you are taking anticoagulant, antiplatelet drugs, or immunosuppressant, please consult your doctor before using any schizophyllan-based product. 3. There have been a rare report of infections such as pneumonia, otitis media, sinusitis, and even brain abscess in people with a weakened immune system after inhaling mushroom spores. So it's best not to sniff mushrooms, including those from Schizophyllum commune, directly or hold them close to your nose, just to be safe. While Schizophyllum commune has clinically proven immune regulating effect, it's important to note that most of these studies were conducted before the year 2000, and long-term safety or efficacy trials are still very limited. Therefore, it's not recommended for long-term daily use. If you wish to use it for immune support or as a complementary aid during cancer treatment, do so short-term preferably as a tea and always under professional guidance. And one last note, since this mushroom grows almost everywhere, next time you go for a mountain hike, keep your eyes open. You might just spot the beautiful spilled gill mushroom in the wild.